Hey, what's up, guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. It's almost 4 in the morning where I am, and I didn't have any plans to post a video. I already posted a video today. Many of you have seen it, but a ton of you I know probably haven't or are about to. So if you haven't, I'll put a link to it down at the video description. Our earlier video today captured some amazing UFO footage over Los Angeles. And, as I was sitting here trying to get ready for bed, maybe I'll get to bed by maybe 6 a.m., go to bed early today, I've been thinking over the past few days on this, and tonight it really got me thinking. What I was thinking about is all of these rocket launches that have been occurring all over the world. Now, you guys know, because we did a couple of videos on it, and because many of you on the West Coast saw it happen, there was a SpaceX rocket launch just a few days ago, which occurred on December 22nd. And that's where all of the thousands of pieces of UFO footage started flooding the internet. We had other popular UFO type channels publishing that footage, claiming that it was some sort of alien event or invasion, when obviously they knew it was a SpaceX launch. We've seen these things before, all over the world, in fact. And so I posted a video on that, just kind of clarifying what it was for you guys who were sending in me footage. And since that happened, many of you probably won't know that there have also been a line of other mysterious launches grouped in to just this past week. As an example, just 1 minute before the SpaceX launch that we saw on the 22nd and that we talked about in one of our previous videos, 1 minute before that, Japan launched their own rocket, which carried a payload of 2 satellites. Now, the SpaceX launch had a payload of 10 satellites. All right? So, 22nd, first we had SpaceX. Technically, first we had the Japan launch, then we had SpaceX. Both of them putting up multiple satellites up into space. So then let's fast forward to December 26th, where again we have this time Russia, who launched a rocket, once again, that carried a payload of at least 1 satellite that we know of. In fact, another satellite that Russia recently launched as well was just lost in space. They've totally lost contact with this thing. And that satellite was said to have been a, quote, Meteor M21 weather satellite, along with other equipment. But that's neither here nor there. So back to the list here. Russia launches a satellite December 26th. Okay, so that makes so far 3 rocket launches within a 4-day time span. So let's go to the last one, which again occurred on December 26th. This time from China, who launched a rocket with a payload of a number of unknown satellites. Some of them are said to have been used to, quote, study the Earth and do other things. So you guys kind of seeing a pattern here in just the past week. It would seem that superpowers all over the world are suddenly really trying hard to get satellites put up in space. And mind you, we have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of satellites already up there, been orbiting up there for years. And I'm sure many of you have seen the pics or the animated maps that just show you exactly what the Earth looks like if you were able to see every type of satellite that's ever been launched and that is currently in orbit around the Earth. Well, it looks like this here. So the big question is, why is Russia, Japan, China, and the US suddenly trying to get all these rocket launches and these satellites up into space? Is there something in space that they are really trying hard to monitor, to get these satellites up there to keep an eye on? That's what I've been thinking about over the course of the past couple of days, and really kind of dove into it tonight, and is hence the reason I'm posting this video here, because it truly is suspicious to me. We've got these rocket launches going up, which are then followed by a wave of amateur video clips being sent to mainstream news, to UFO researchers, to channels like mine, saying, Tyler, look, it's happening again. We're seeing the same strange cloud and plume in Russia and Japan and China as we did over California. What's going on? Well, I say it's obvious they're launching rockets. And is it a coincidence that they have all suddenly decided to get these rockets up there as quickly as possible within a time frame of 4 days? And is it also not a coincidence that all of these satellites being launched by all of these different superpowers are of a, quote, communication and weather satellite nature? Which, if true, would mean that they're putting up half of the satellites to monitor the Earth and the other satellites to communicate back with us what they're seeing. But is it Earth that they are looking at? Because we already know that we have multiple satellites, again, hundreds of Earth and weather monitoring satellites, thousands more that monitor the atmosphere, the ionosphere, the magnetosphere, every sphere around Earth you can think of. We've got sats up there already. So yeah, and not to mention this satellite that Russia launched, which they've now lost for some reason due to some screw up. They're saying, at least that's what they're saying to the public, some simple little mishap that has now derailed, a multi-billion-dollar satellite system. But, again, just a coincidence? And and that kind of goes along with all of the hype that's been going on lately, with these revelations from the Pentagon. The Pentagon releasing UFO footage for the first time ever in a long time. And, the footage gets leaked, and then just a couple of days later, we have one of the very pilots that is flying one of the jets in that UFO footage on CNN, on Tucker Carlson, talking about what he saw and saying that this was nothing from Earth. This was not one of ours. And we featured a video of that interview a couple of days ago, so if you haven't seen that, I will put the link to that as well at the end of the video here, so you can click on it, as well as our new video if you haven't seen it yet. So there's a lot of stuff happening very quickly in this tight little, 2-week time span. And so that's my question for you guys and why I wanted to post this quick video. Just to kind of, get a second and third and fourth opinion from you guys. 4 rocket launches within 4 days, 2 of them on the same day, and another 2 on the same day. The 22nd and the 26th, Russia, China, Japan, and the US. What is going on? Are they monitoring something in space? What is the need for this haste to get nearly 20 satellites altogether up into orbit? I don't know what it is, but something doesn't smell right, and obviously I'm going to follow up on it. So give me your thoughts down below. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned, because I've got much more coming, and I will see you guys back tomorrow.